It's Wednesday and it's 7 o'clock, and this is the Internet Broadcast System. That must mean it's time for the AXE and Arcana fantasy adventure game. Can everybody hear me on the stream tonight? Last week we had last game with this group, we had some audio. I'm testing my audio right now. Would you speak for me, Bado?
Hi.
Hello, Bado. Let's see. Okay, volumes are here. Our friend AXE+ARCANAS10E14 went. He's going to be right back. I don't know if Zothok is going to be here. That's okay. Oops. I'll do a little recap when AXE+ARCANAS10E14 gets back. Oops, that's not for y'all. That's for me. How's everybody's week going?
It continues.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, that's the takeaway.
It just is. All right. Yeah. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Thanks for stopping by the Internet Broadcast System. We're just hanging out until AXE+ARCANAS10E14 gets back.
I have returned.
He has returned.
Hooray!
Alrighty.
To kill everyone.
Oh. Always murder.
Let's just see what's
50-50. Roll the dice, buddy.
I'm going to assume that Zothok is not going to join us right now, but that is okay. We can work around with that. I'm going to do a little recap since the audio was messed up last time. So here, let's get this.
Have you confirmed it working this time?
Yeah, I just ran a test. I see it. Last time was just an unfortunate. All right, here we go. Lightning crashed behind the spiraling towers of the ancient keep, illuminating the highest peaks surrounding the valley of Creep Moor. After navigating the astral seas in pursuit of... After navigating the astral seas in pursuit of Barris Grelmdar, the trail of Host Frang had led to this castle. The skittish folk in the nearest settlement made mention of seeing a tentacled ship around the grounds of this mountaintop fortress and its current resident, the one they call William Whispers. Traversing the steep mountainside path led to the outer gates, the portcullis bent unnaturally to form two giant W's and a long, narrow bridge across a bottomless chasm. As the boards creak beneath the weight of our adventurers, the feel of being watched sets in when another bolt of lightning cracks. In the flash, the silhouette illuminates a rapidly approaching arc low on the horizon with the tentacled Bloodstar in pursuit. The consciousness in the ship pings AXE+ARCANAS10E14 about defensive maneuvering as it dips into the misty depths of the gorge surrounding the castle. It navigates its position under the long bridge, keeping our heroes from the front doors of the bearer of the Yellow Eye. A mighty leap, or fall, brings our party from William Wisp's doorstep back onto the deck of Ark, sitting quietly hidden in the mist-filled canyons. A silent hush falls when a shadow in the darkness blottens the already low-lit deck. At first, all seems calm, as the pursuing ship is unable to fit inside the chasm as it flies over. After a few beats, the crew regroup to form a plan when the cranium rats begin to rain from the sky. A conglomerate of the exposed-brained rodents, their eyes and tissue glowing white-hot, form a person-shaped pile. The rat seems to be giving off your ship's location. Frang's ship, the Bloodstar, starts to beat in on your location when its target is suddenly gone. Ooh, that doesn't make sense. Surely the rats were defeated, but where has the ship gone? Remembering a dropped coin from the bridge earlier returning from the sky, our half-orc calls for Ark to dive into the dark depths of the gorge. Scraping and bending echoes through the narrow corridors as the wings of the ship begin to bend up. The screaming of wooden bolts is on the doorstep of Worrisome as the crew and their ship are enveloped in the darkness. and find themselves in freefall. The cyclical nature of Creepmore's pocket dimension has returned Ark to the skies. The ship fires up and jumps to the astral seas, giving our heroes a moment to breathe. Feeling dedication to their wizard friend, and one construct unsure of what to do with its life, the crew tightens their bandages, turns ship, possibly tearing some dimensions, and head back towards the Creepmore gates. These gates are now surrounded by 3 scrappy ships belonging to warphogs, pig folk for hire, instructed by host Frang to keep our heroes from the wizard. 2 of the 3 ships are dispatched, but one is able to place an explosive charge before making its escape. An explosion rocks Ark, and the sight of the astral seas is magnificent before the darkness consumes you.
Yep.
Does that sound about right?
That happened.
That's what happened. Fade
Alright.
to black.
Fade to black.
Record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
So the lens will start to focus in from black. A bright, hot light starts to come into focus. As ID10T and Bado find themselves washed up on a shore, unknown where in the astral seas they are, and no sign of Zothok, the half-orc barbarian. Here you find yourselves.
Are we like? If we look up, is there sky?
There is sky.
Okay.
Do we see the astral gate?
You don't seem to see the astral gate. Is that Zothok? Hey, everything going okay?
Everything good.
Internet working? I mean,
So far, so good.
Zothok
Kinda
pops his
quiet there.
head up from underwater. Did you hear my spiel?
Negative. Literally just got.
Oh, well. I recounted our tales.
Excellent.
The ship exploded, all went dark, and you now awake on some beach.
Talking a sand beach, a pebble beach, one of them exotic glass beaches.
Yeah, we could say it's a sand beach, but there are glass pebbles of many different colors.
Doesn't matter. I hate them all.
Do these bring joy? Because I don't want them.
That's the worst.
Oh, is Bado becoming jaded now? I like it.
It's the beach. Beach is all hot and sticky.
So you hate sand? It's so coarse.
I'm gonna go ahead and start moving and kind of spin out in the sand. My
Bado,
wheels are gonna get stuck in the sand a little bit.
Bado already like irked at the colorful joy of the glass. Sees you making donuts in the sand. Gets irked a little more.
A little more. Oh god, it's everywhere.
Yeah, gang. So here we
City.
are.
Does anybody see the ship?
I search for the ruby ring under the wreckage in the sand.
You guys can make me investigation or perception checks. Bado, if you were looking for something.
Yeah, I want to look for the boat. So that'd be investigation, you said?
Yes, sir.
Are we surrounded by wreckage?
You see maybe a piece or two of your ship, but there's not like mass chunks of your ship here.
Are my dice okay?
I only rolled a 5 for finding the ship.
So
I rolled a 16 for investigation.
my assumption module indicates that the ship has been vaporized. We should wear grass skirts and make a living here on this island.
This is our home now.
Yes, this is my life now.
Let me turn Zothok up. His audio's a little.
I got a an 11 on an investigation check. I'm basically just searching for. I was memeing, but I'll search for anything that is around that is man-made and not natural.
Okay, and Zothak got a 16 on his search. Correct.
Yes, 16.
Alrighty. All right. Zothok, you see, there seem to be off around the coast, maybe another island, like you see, dots on the horizon. And then closer to you, over to the... Which island is this? To the west, you see another island that's closer than the dots off on the horizon. You are unfamiliar with this terrain. ID10T is making a search for items that were like crafted, like purposefully built, with an 11.
Yes.
You don't see anything that seems to have been crafted particular by people. You do see a chunk of arc sort of sticking out of the sand that you identify as being made not by nature but by hands. But nothing outside of that. No signs of settlements or other ships like that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to check and see if Zothok's alright, and then if he's good, and I'm going to walk over.
I'm up already.
Roll on over.
Yeah, everybody seems to be okay. You don't know how long you've been out. So you got at least 8 hours, I suppose, of sleep, of being passed out.
well
We've been
rested,
here
yeah.
for 8 hours. My HP's back.
Increase that, yeah.
Are any of us sunburned?
My skin gray.
No, it doesn't look like anybody's been exposed to...
Shucks.
There's a starfish on the side of your chassis, ID10T.
I will slowly grab it, open up my little hatch, and stuff that little bad boy inside.
As you go to put the starfish in, you notice the pickling jar is empty.
Wait, what?
You had a pickling jar?
That was on the ship.
Oh, it was on the ship. As you were looking, on the shore, that's what you see. Also, is the pickling jar empty and track marks leading from it into the island.
Wait, on the ship?
No. It was in the ship, correct?
Oh, it's on the ground there?
Yeah, the jar is empty, the lid is off, and footprints leading from the empty jar into the direction of the island.
It feels like we've been unconscious for weeks. Remind me again what was in the pickle jar.
Nothing of importance. Please ignore the pickle jar.
Huh.
But something thought it was important. Gestures to tracks. What kind of tracks are they?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me survival.
Disregard.
Nat 20.
Natural
Plus 3,
20.
23.
They're small quadrupedal footprints. They look like they originated from inside the jar. And
the hell was in there? The tracks only lead away.
Do not worry about trivial matters. We must find the ship and depart. I can always get another.
Another what?
Zothok, what are you thinking? Was he talking?
He's speaking, but I do not hear him.
I do not hear him.
Mic is lighting up.
Uh-oh, Raggy. Oh, he dropped. Here he comes back. Still don't hear you, pal. I see your green ring. Are you using that banana meter? Check your inputs into Discord.
Are we level 2 or 3?
You guys are level 3. You guys had just hit level 3. As you woke up recharged, yeah, you're level 3.
Okay.
So I think you guys had some cool stuff this level, right?
It was alright.
Next levels when we get cooking.
Well, Wizard, you get second level spells now.
Yes,
I think
and I have them.
Cleric. I think Cleric is the one that gets the least right now, right? We said nothing exciting happens.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing exciting ever happens. What does our Barbarian get? Primal Path.
Except when it does.
Path of the Berserker, Path of the Totem Warrior. Still can't hear him, though.
No, still can't hear you, bud.
Text said he was fine with whatever we do. You sure that's not important? We don't need to go after whatever was in that jar?
Let's just say that Zothok has a wound or is dehydrated. He's got dry mouth.
Yeah, he drank a lot of that salt water. No, still can't hear him. I see him trying.
It's reminding me of Planet of the Apes.
He can talk. He can talk. I can sing. I was playing my ukulele earlier while I was thinking about this adventure. Boy. All right. Well, we're gonna fade a party. I guess for now. So do you guys want to pick? You can head into the island. You can walk the beach to get an idea of the shoreline. Other things. What do you guys feel like doing?
Is there an obvious like hill or some high ground where we might get a better vantage point that's not like, insanely far away?
Yeah. So.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Was it
Yeah, I'm fine with the party. Let's do it.
Was it the banana meter?
No, it's still there. Just, I don't know. Just click and unclick and click and click and unclick. And then things work.
Unclicking and unclicking. All right, so Bado wants to head to the highest point of the island.
Let's do it.
So, you
My
guys...
throat's so dry.
Hey, would you like some coconut water?
Yes, please.
I actually have a bottle of rum in the freezer. I was thinking.
Are there any coconuts about?
Sure, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll grab 2 or
was
3,
gonna say-
juggle them for a minute, crack them, and throw them his way.
I feel like you offer before you know coconuts.
You remember Barris liked to make these real fizzy drinks using this hairy fruit of the ocean he always talked about. He put these little umbrellas in them. You didn't care for them? You like Dwale? He always called it party milk, and nobody knew what that meant. So you guys make your way to the high point of this island, and we're going to zoom out to give you an idea.
Oh.
So you kind of shimmy your way up. And as you come up to the top, it's a good like 45-minute little hike up this. It's a pretty steep incline. And as you come up over the hill, you see the rest of the island chain that you seem to be a part of.
Oh, look.
So you guys are... Oops, come on.
Oops, all berries.
Oops, all berries. What did we... Oh, somebody said something the other week. Oops, all... Dang it. Oh, I was watching Penny Arcade play iRacing.com, and he said, oops, all Hondas, because everybody was racing Hondas.
What? That's
There's-
great.
It looks like a real fun game. An expensive game, but I don't know.
Why is my mic always keying now?
Okay. Yeah, so this seems to be a nest of 1, 2, 3, 4 little islands. There's a sand path in between that looks like it disappears with and without the tide. It looks like each of these little things is going to take about a day to really explore. Just judging on the distance. And none of you... Oh, they can't hear me.
No. We can't hear.
Unicron.
Yeah.
Again?
There
Yeah.
you go.
Do you keep moving away from your mic?
No, it's on my face.
Oh.
Gentlemen, ignore me. Just
Ignore
keep doing your
me.
thing.
Yeah, so there are dots of islands off in the distance around you, but these 4 little chunks are in your immediate area. You can give me another perception check, everybody.
Yeah. Alright.
Okie dokie. What am I perceiving? Do I get advantage? Is it smell based?
Always put the smell on this guy.
If he
Goodness
gets smell
knows.
based, I want something. I want heat vision.
You can make your perception, but as you're trying to take in a whiff, this trade wind blows the smell of salt and rotting crab meat. And
God damn it,
I
it's a
rolled
tropical paradise.
I rolled an 18 for nature to see if I can, if any of these things look familiar.
any of what?
Vegetation-wise.
You're looking out, and Zothak, you're like, oh, I could make a shelter out of those trees over there. I bet like that's a good fishing spot over there in the water. There's bushes over there that I could probably find some like small game if there's anything. Yeah, you feel like Zothak could kick ass here and survive.
Does it feel like midday to us? To me?
We'll say it's early morning, like
Okay.
8 a.m. The sun's just coming up over the waves. As the waves break, you can see schools of fish that look completely foreign to you kind of moving through the wake. So again, your ship exploded in the astral seas. Just as a recap again, and you guys woke up on some unknown shores.
And we see nothing out of that's not natural in this.
Nobody actually rolled those perception checks for me.
Oh yeah, if it's not scent based, I
Oh,
rolled
no,
a
I didn't.
3.
I rolled a 5.
A
I
5.
see nothing.
What
Hey.
does proficiency do? Is that? Oh,
It
that's
gives
already
you a
added.
+2.
Yeah, that's already added. Right.
And
No, then
Zothak, it's not like super important right now, but we hit 3rd level last time. I'm just giving you that heads up. You get to pick your totem as a barbarian. You get to pick the path you go down.
Oh yeah, I already leveled up. We good.
Okay, cool.
I roll a 14.
ID 10T, you see chunks of what look like ARC's hull and maybe wings and stuff scattered about the islands. Just from your vantage point, you can make out like the masthead kind of sticking out of some branches. You see part of the ship partially submerged on this island. So you feel like you're going to have to scavenge these islands for the parts of Ark. But you do see one on this island immediately that you are on. Down this side towards the coast where the tide comes in and out. I should have put an airship on here. We'll do this.
Fun. I thought there was tribal music because I can only hear bass from my neighbors. I was like,
That's pretty
Is
good.
he talking about the trip?
So I'll turn to them and say, "Whoa, boys, ship's gone."
We'll use this as markers for where you see chunks. Like a HUD.
We should probably.
Oh no, I'll say I can see the ship.
Where?
Should go check out.
I see some there, and I see some there.
Oh no,
That's not good.
that's not good. Maybe we can put it back together.
At least make firewood.
Oh God, I do not want to live the rest of my life here with you guys.
How dare you?
Yeah, Zothok, this is the first time in a while you feel like...
Right, this is my area.
Yeah, well, you're just like, there's nothing bad here, right? Like,
Not. It's good.
it's good.
Their area for fish trap. Right there.
But Bado and Zothok, you do start to feel pangs of hunger in your stomach.
Survival.
I feel nothing.
Do we have our bags and stuff, right? Or
Oh.
nah? Like backpack was on me, or was it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, your stuff washed up alongside
Dope.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for not totally fucking us over.
Thank the Warpogs.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. I heard war pogs.
Alpha's back.
God damn it. Oh, man. You might have ruined
Right.
that for me.
Write that down.
You write that down.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I'm not mad at it. Like, I 100% appreciate and approve of what you did. I would have done the same thing. Bado and Zothok, you guys, with an appropriate survival check, you feel like you could scrounge up some food to cure your pangs. ID Denti, you don't know this sensation they're talking about in the pits of their stomach.
Yes, I feel nothing.
You do feel some grit in your gears. It's really
Yes.
grinding your gears.
See,
See?
survival, you said, huh?
See? Beaches. Suck.
I rolled an 8 on survival to try
See
to
if I roll
fish.
better.
Yeah.
Did you rolled an 8? Did you add anything to it? Because I guarantee you have proficiency in that.
I do not. I have proficiency in perception,
got a
investigation,
12.
intimidation, insight, and athletics. At least that's what's marked.
I rolled twice. I got a 5 and a 12 because I have advantage, so I got the 12.
So Zothok, you see a burrow hole, and you kind of reach in to try and grab whatever is living in there to eat,
Oh,
but
no.
nothing.
At least I didn't lose a finger.
Bado's trunk picks up a scent and finds its way into a fell log. And
Grubs.
yeah, there's a bunch of bugs and beetles in there.
Hakuna Matata.
Zothok is welcome to eat it as well.
Yes, please.
All right.
He keeps. I was just thinking he washes it off in the seawater. So dry.
um,
But he's not though.
I
there's
am going to. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this environment.
Zothak, what were you saying? You're saying you're not dumb? What did you just say?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't because I don't. I'm aware of things in nature.
You're wise but not intelligent. Is that right?
I'm looking at my stats.
I think that's what you are. Somebody the other day said
No,
Elon
I'm
Musk.
the opposite.
Oh, you're intelligent but not wise?
Yes.
Somebody was like, that's Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the example of somebody who's intelligent but not very fucking wise. Yeah, I said it, Elon. Come on my show. Tell me about your emeralds from the apartheid.
Wait, what?
Oh, how do you think Elon got his money?
Oh boy.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum-bum. All right. So you guys are able to subside the hunger pangs in your stomach. ID 10T. You said you're not sure how you feel in this environment?
I am going to activate my busyness module.
What does that
And
do?
as we're walking along, I'm going to go ahead and just grab Thatch and start weaving a straw hat.
God damn it.
Is it going to
Shades
look
of
like your
curtains.
old hat, or are you building a new...
We will see.
All right.
It should look exactly like the old hat, down to every last fray.
I'm out of coffee. Damn it.
I think that old hat was made like of crushed velvet.
It was a pretty nice hat.
Oh.
It was a very nice hat. It's my
20
fifth
gold.
element quote of the day. You like it? All right, so as you guys finish up your grub meal, you notice ID 10T's hands whipping around as he's thatching a hat and places it over his dome. His eye stalk pops out.
All the comforts of home.
All right, so you guys have a view of the vista, at least on the macro level. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock when you guys rose, climbing up to the top of this point. It's like 10:15 in the morning. The day sun is starting to grow a little more intensity. And
To the shade.
You see... Yeah, this map doesn't show it. We're going to say there's trees just randomly scattered about. This is as tropical as I could find, but this guy's maps are wonderful, and I'm considering giving to his Patreon because he's got a lot of good stuff on here. His name is Neutral Party on Patreon.
Nice.
So I was thinking of building a lean-to real quick. I'm not sure which one that would be.
Surely survival.
It's probably, yeah, survival.
All right, so I rolled a 13 to build a lean-to.
All right. Yeah,
Just
so
a tiny little one.
Zothok starts felling some wood, picking up some stuff, and goes less Stroud. And starts assembling a little shelter. Is anybody else going to do something? Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and views on bigfollows.com. Oh, I just got my first spam. Thank you.
Now you've made it.
Oh boy.
You're doing it.
Thanks, VMonoCrafter0144.
I know that guy.
I know him. Bado, you see Zothok start to take into his second instincts and starts building a shelter from the elements with items from his surrounding. Identity or Bado, you guys chilling up here? Are you doing the same thing? Are you heading towards the part of the wreckage that's on this island? Are you?
Yeah, I want to go see if which part of the wreckage is on this island. Like maybe finding the Bridgeport part of the ship, the control center, might be handy. Figure out where we are.
Cool. So Bado starts to trek down this big hill face, mountain face, island face. ID10T, what are you doing?
I'm going to collect shells on the beach.
If you were collecting batteries, you could sell sea cells by the seashore. That's
Do I
not
have my hat?
Yeah, of course you got your hat,
All right.
stupid.
I was just
Like,
wondering
not
if I
gonna
was still
bring it?
building it or if I had.
You're thatching it. You started your frame, and then as you're going down, I imagine you and Bado sort of
Right.
like roll down the hill, and once you get towards the bottom, you'll split off.
Okay.
Zothok,
Nice.
you've kind of, we'll say, like halfway down out of the where there's a windbreak. You've constructed a lean-to. You feel pretty solid about it. If rain comes through, you'll stay pretty dry. Given the resources given, you feel decent about it.
Excellent.
It's an honest
Speaking
job.
of rain, is clean fresh water around? Not here yet.
You don't see water on this island. Do you feel like some of the fruit of the trees? You remembered that party milk that Barris liked to make. There was a high water content in those. So you feel like for a while you could be okay with water, but maybe a day or two, because you remembered when you had those drinks, you really had to go. Barris made ID10T clean the water closets a couple times. Yeah, that is what you see as far as water.
Okay. All right.
Would you follow your party? Would you stay up here? Would you go a different direction?
Yeah, since I built that lean-to and we're good, I'd go with. Let's go with Bado.
You don't want to collect seashells with me?
No, thank you.
I was planning on doing that while he was building, but if he's done, I might co-follow them.
Okay, so you you start to
All right,
veer
if he's
right
gonna
at
follow, I'm
Oh,
gonna
look
stick.
who's interested in getting out of here.
ID10T is like drawn to the shells and sees everybody else going the other way, and there's like, ah. Maybe he grabs a shell or two. A nice conch shell.
Next time, mollusks. Next
Ooh,
time.
a nice conch shell.
Yeah.
All right, I'll grab one of those.
Alright.
And if there are any little sea critters, I'm gonna
Yeah, you
watch
notice
those
in
with,
the
with a lot of interest.
in the conch shell you pull up a strange little thing with 8 legs peeks out. You see its antenna kind of flickering about as you are observing its home.
Put it inside me.
All right. Let me make a note here. Okay. So you collect your shell, and your party makes their way down to the south side of the island. It's about midday now. Let's see. Let's go back to.
You know what?
What's that? What?
I'll go with them, but I have something on my mind.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it, you guys.
He said ominously.
Right.
Little bit.
Don't worry,
Little
flesh bags. Again, anybody here? Neutral party on Patreon. That's where I got these maps from. So shout out to them. All right. And ID10T, if you want to send me a personal message or something that you don't want them to hear about,
Yep.
I guess you can. Everybody else too. Don't forget you can do that.
Always with the secrets.
All right, so around midday, you guys make your way to the south side of this island. The tide has come in, so there is no land barrier to the surrounding island keys. Bado comes up to what looks like the console portion of Ark, partially
Hey.
covered in sand.
I work on digging it out.
Yeah, so you get to it and start unearthing this chunk of Ark.
Identity. Does any of this stuff still work? Can you tell?
I'm going to roll a investigation to determine whether it still works.
Roll it for me.
All right. That's going
Looks
to
like
be
it.
a 23.
It looks like it's damaged but not irreplaceable. You feel like with some work and if the other components, the other parts of the ship are in this condition, it's salvageable.
The ship as a whole?
No.
Yeah, the ship as a whole, you feel like there's
It's all like that.
you would be able to, yeah, if you were fortunate enough to find enough chunks of it, maybe you'll be able to do something with it. It's not beyond repair. ID10T's clockwork is kind of like running through, remembering
we can make a smaller ship.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like Gilligan's Island. You can build a radio, but you can't build a new boat
Right.
Out of coconuts.
out of coconuts. While ID10T is plugged into Ark, would Bado and Zothok make me a perception check?
13.
14. Unless it's smell-based, then I get to roll again.
I always forget, is proficiency added in already? Yes.
With
Yeah,
your
okay.
sheets, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If it's got the little black dot on
Yeah.
the left side, yeah.
Bado, you might be able to pick up a scent.
Rolling again. All right. Now I've got 17.
So while there's a lot of salts in the air, you start picking up a stringent, like ammonia, vinegary scent. Zothok, you notice some moving in the sand along the base of Ark as Bado is kind of digging up. You notice something kind of like burrowing around.
Do you feel that? Feels like small tremors.
Kevin Bacon's gonna show up.
Hell yeah.
One of the warthogs' name was Kevin.
We killed him.
I try to warn Identity, like, oh, there's something here. We're gonna try and get it.
What?
Something burrowing in the sand. Maybe it's one of those rad things.
I will look on with renewed interest. Am I stuck on the plugged into the thing?
You're still plugged in.
Dang it.
Um,
I look very concerned.
How can we tell?
My eye stalk is pointing back at the me plugged in, then back at y'all, then back at it plugged in, then back at y'all.
You're
so
fine. Unless it gets past us and turns out to be something a lot worse than we think it is, and then you're probably boned.
it sort of shimmies and waits and sits, like as you guys were digging it like when you stop digging because you noticed it stops burrowing. And you see the sand kind of shift as the weight of the sand resits on whatever it is, no longer moving.
I whisper to Zothok, let's try and corner it.
So fuck there. Is this audio out? Oh, I see the hat. Doggo.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of those in here, actually. Oh, like a wizard island hat. That's fun. I think Unicron's having problems again with audio.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I hear you now. Okay, now we don't hear you.
I'm gone.
What?
Are you saying
back.
anything?
No,
Oh, Bado asked you a question.
I did not. I did not hear that.
Oh, all good.
Oh,
My fault.
I whispered to you like let's try and corner it and ambush it. Thing in the sand.
Okay, I've got a spear, so I would get that out. Not a spear, but you know the thing. You know the thing.
The thing. The thing.
It's like a spear, but it's different.
I'm gonna get out my crossbow. You know what? If it's not very far underneath the thing, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Javelin. A javelin. That's what it is.
All right, so you're gonna fire into the sand.
Once we've got it kind of cornered.
You feel like you've got a beat on whatever this thing is under the sand.
Dope.
It's the entire island.
Blood Beach.
Oh, yeah.
That is a flick.
15 to hit.
Ooh, it's under sand.
Must we
Roll me a
murder
second
everything?
die. You're at disadvantage, so roll me a second die because you're firing into sand.
Fine. 5.
So you fire into the sand, and that's
Ricochets.
no. It sits into the sand, but it stirs it up as it burrows out of the sand. And let's see if I still have it on here.
Oh God. Not like this.
Let's see.
My brain thought that was like a built-in effect for it appearing.
Here, let's make the island bigger. You see a brain on 4 legs.
Bah, we've seen those before.
You have seen them before. This one pops out, and you notice embedded in its forehead is the coin that you guys took from the Dragon Keep underground. You remember you found a pile of coins? So embedded in this brain at the front is... Oh, I don't know where it is. That coin. So this thing burrows out of the sand, coin lodged in front of it, almost as if it's acting as a face. And in all of your heads, you hear this thing say, "Are you my host?"
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Kinky.
It looks at ID10D. Did you say something?
Yes, we are your host.
If someone asks you if you're a god.
You see. ID10T. Hello. All right. It looks at you
Oh boy.
and kind of walks up to you and starts sniffing around. We don't have to keep that there. It was just for looks. And then it says, well, now what? Well, now what? and then it starts like taking in, I don't know how to say it, sensing things around it, but it starts to lose interest in ID10T and start looking at Bado.
Ah, hell no.
And it says, host, are we starting?
No. Be patient.
I will slowly reach Am I near anything? Like, am I in rubble?
Not rubble, but you're kind of alongside a cliff face, and part of the ship is sticking out. Bado has started uncovering parts of the ship, and you're kind of plugged into part of the console that's exposed out of the sand.
Really wish we had grabbed that jar.
I'm gonna go ahead and reach very slowly down and feel around on the ground and pick up a stick if I can find one.
All right, you grab a stick.
All right, I'm gonna whistle to it. Here, boy.
How do you whistle? You don't have lips.
Okay, I'll make an alarm noise.
Come here, boy.
Fetch, boy. Fetch the stick. And I will throw the stick down the beach.
Just for fun, I rolled to see if I chased the stick. I do chase the stick.
Yeah. So Zothok runs after the stick, and this brain on 4 legs kind of watches that. And then looks at ID10T and says, "No, really."
I'm out of options.
You are my host.
Here's stick.
Zothok comes back like, "Man, there was another stick that looked just like it, but you found the right one."
Sure.
Hell yeah.
What does he drop in front of me?
My stick.
So ID10T, you now have a creature asking you to give it commands.
Okay.
Your life has gotten real weird for you. Bado, how are you feeling? What's going on to your mind as you see this thing talking to a member of your party?
I still want to try and capture it.
It
Contain it.
It does not seem like it's at threat of running off.
I'm also worried about it deciding to do something host-tastic.
Sure.
Yep. Oh, bag of holding. Who's got the bag of holding? So,
Yes.
bag of holding.
You want me put thing in bag holding?
Sure.
Bag holding not open much.
It'll fit. No, it'll fit. Oh, it'll fit.
Oh, it'll fit.
Can I
they'll
do a roll a nature check?
Sure.
Animal handling. No. Nature. Nature will do it.
I don't think this is natural at all.
Or an animal.
Well,
What's up, bud?
It's abomination.
investigation. Oh, it's up to you. Investigation nature. I'm trying to figure out whether this thing breathes air.
You don't. It does not seem to.
Oh, well, yeah, stuff it in the bag. It's fine.
You're like,
Stuff it
do
in the
you
bag."
breathe? And it goes, no, I do not breathe. And before it finishes, it's in the.
Clickety clack, get in
Yeah.
my sack.
Merchandising, dude. Merchandising. Yeah, so you hear its brainwaves say, like, yes, host, anything. And then as soon as the bag closes, that pocket dimension is sealed, and you no longer hear your intellect devourer pet.
I am slightly relieved, but also slightly disappointed.
Were you hoping for a friend?
No.
Don't like that I don't know what he's thinking.
Well then,
Yeah, so you guys feel like you could spend probably the rest of the day and get the ship unearthed before the sun sets.
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
Wait, can that thing dig?
I don't want to mess with.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, OOC, congratulations, boys. We've created some form of crude Pokemon.
Oh,
It's
no.
a pickled monster.
Oh my god, is that what was
that's
in
what
the
was
jar?
jar?
No, of
Oh.
course not.
Oh no.
Deception.
Alright, I'll roll. I rolled a 1, so yeah, I believe it.
What do I need to roll to resist that?
You need insight. So you smelled the pickling juices. Zothok, it's totally. He's like, well, that stick though. Do you remember that stick? That whole stick situation. Bado, what'd you roll?
10.
24.
All right.
Yeah. So the robot's lying to you. How you deal with that is your call.
I note that the robot is lying to me.
You have just like a little ledger. Or you never forget, because elephant.
Never forget. Never forgive.
Elephants never forgive.
But never forget. Never.
That's a much better saying.
Do I know that he knows that I'm lying?
Roll first.
Yeah.
Roll insane.
Roll a bluff check, Bado. If Bado wants to hide that he knows, he would have to roll a bluff check.
Okie dokie.
And then ID Tenti has to roll an insight.
I want that piercing.
Damn, I rolled
Piercing
a 2, and I have a
tone.
-1 for deception, so that's a 1.
Bado still ID
What do
Tenti
I
still
have
has
to
to
roll?
roll it. Insight.
Inside, I got a 6.
So you really can't read emotions because you don't understand them.
Robot.
But shit, he knows.
Aw, you know.
You can sense his heart rate increasing,
Okay.
and then just that. Oh, come on.
I must get better at deception.
Maybe Blado's trunk just whispers, "Liar."
So Zothok's got this thing in the bag, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. If you were to do something to the bag, would he feel it on the inside?
I don't think so.
No, it's like Ant-Man 2 when they shrink the building.
What?
They shrunk a building and people were inside of it,
Well-
and nothing got messed up when they were running around with it.
Let's continue, and let's leave this for a special occasion.
Leave what?
What is it going to take to what are we doing with the ship? What is our goal?
We're trying to see if we can figure out where we are or get the fuck out of here.
Right? Does this thing have power?
You're talking to it.
It
Wait, what?
when you plug into it,
Wait, what?
I thought this was just a comfy place to sit.
Oh.
it's kind of like when you've left your car battery on all night. You know, like you can get responses out of it, but it's not enough to jump the whole thing. There was there was an Arcana can, like a spare one in case you guys broke down in the Astral Seas, in one of the storage bays, probably on one of the other chunks of the island keys. But this is just sort of the main console.
Well, I would say, and this is ID 10T talking.
Uh-huh.
How do
Let's-
we know?
What does that mean?
Let's dig her up. Place her upright. And she should be good to go if we find a can of fuel. Kind of.
I feel like we're very, very obviously
Waiting
staring
for
at some chunk of a
Yeah,
ship.
yeah,
not
you
an
guys-
actual ship, and you're like, well, it's just slap something on and it'll work
That'll
great. And I'm
work,
like,
yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Bado's trunk again goes, "Liar."
I'll
I
look
immediately
back,
start digging.
Not liar, just incompetent. I'll look back and examine this. Is this do I know the schematics of the ship?
You've got
Like how it works?
a rough outline. While you were plugged
Okay.
into it, yeah.
Is this the part that floats?
No, this is just kind of this is like the motherboard, the
Okay, I'll
driver's
turn back
seat.
and look and say, You're right. It won't work unless we get the flotation device.
Gotta go dig up more bits.
Yeah.
Correct. Fetch
So,
quest.
as you guys start digging, everybody doing their part. Imagine Raiders of the Lost Ark as the sun's going down and the silhouettes of you guys digging up your ship
On the
remnants.
edges.
I love it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. You guys get enough of the ship up and out of the sand as the sun starts to dip its bottommost edge beneath the islands in the distance off the horizon.
But now the second hotter sun is rising. Son of a bitch.
In the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, you feel like, nighttime is approaching in the next 20, 30 minutes. You've gotten your ship up. Zothok has a lean-to about 25 minutes up this hillside, and nighttime is approaching. So,
I guess we don't know what the night is like here. We should spend the first night from a defensible position.
So lean
Sound
to.
military. Yeah. It's what we got.
I start going back.
all right. So, you guys make your way back up to where the lean-to is.
Do you remember what I thought that thing was before?
I don't.
I can't remember if I thought it was a cat or a dog.
I described it kind of like a bulldog's legs.
So it's
You
like a
said cat.
dog.
No, I think you said like a
I
cat.
said cat.
You did say cat.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
for reference.
But if anybody wants to know, you can go back to the internetbroadcastsystem.com and watch all of our previous games of the AXE and Arcana fantasy adventure game.
Plug.
Listen to 1031spky.com. All right. So you guys make your way back to Zothok's lean-to on this deserted island chain. Who knows where? The sun is just starting to actually dip below that horizon line as you guys make your way up this hillside and get there. There are no city lights, so the sky is very bright where you are.
Do
Who
we
has
see the astral gate or anything in particular? Do we recognize the stars?
Do we see the elder gods looking back at us?
The elder gods are inside all of us.
Aww. That's
that-
heartwarming.
They're always watching.
Yeah, they're always, that feeling that nothing's ever going to work out. That's them.
Aww.
We feel their presence every day. We bathe in their light.
Oh, boy.
You guys can make me knowledge checks.
Fuck.
Yeah. Knowledge. What is knowledge?
Well, that's people have been
That's a great
asking that
question.
since Socrates
Well.
defines it. Just a general knowledge. So they were trying to see if they recognized any of the stars. You don't see the astral gate. Astral gates tend to be up above atmospheres, so the denizens of different planes don't really notice them. So the astral gate would not really be visible.
I rolled an 18
Roll a nat
base.
20.
Depending on what this is, would you add your intelligence? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 21.
And Zothok rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
That's correct.
wow.
Okay, what were each of you doing? Zothok, what was your natural 20, and then ID10T? Zothok first. Is he talking?
Wait, what?
Zothok, you rolled a natural 20?
Yeah,
What-
I thought.
What
so-
were you
so
doing?
I was looking at the stars, trying to figure out what's going on up there, if I recognize anything.
Stars, man.
Zothok, you recognize the stars.
Those are stars.
But ah yes, ah yes.
Ah, yes.
So they look very familiar to either where I came from, or to before all of this, or from our home near the tower. He asked. As a
Wait,
question.
say that again? Sorry.
Is it from my time and my place before, or is it from the tower world?
That's a real good question, Zothok.
Mm-hmm.
ID Denti, what were you looking for? Just give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Well, I was just looking for constellations, matching patterns, trying to retriangulate where we are if we are in a solar system of some kind.
ID Denti,
If it matched.
you don't recognize any of these constellations.
All right, Lost in Space it is.
I will do it, although I'm not going to roll as well as everybody else. I got a 15 for, 14 for investigation into the stars. I study the astral seas, not the actual stars.
You study the astral seas, not the actual stars.
Yeah, I was mapping when we were on the boat.
Yeah. I don't know if this perspective gives you that knowledge. Like
Okay.
you had the macro view, and this is
Yeah.
micro. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Zothok, familiar.
Okay.
Yeah. But while you are kind of piecing that together, you guys see the torches light up at the shoreline.
Oh crap! What?
Yeah.
Stealth my way to investigate.
Roll me that stealth check.
I have disadvantage on stealth.
You're a
giant
big elephant person.
Has
Yeah.
disadvantage on stealth. I am offended. Yeah, that's gonna be a 3.
Try to hide behind a palm tree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow him. I am not gonna stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I have no sense of fear of this situation.
Okay.
I will also go with the very large elephant.
Are you gonna try to hide?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check if you would not mind.
Oh boy. I rolled a 6. I'm
All right.
stepping on twigs.
Well, so you guys, like I said, you're like 25 minutes up this incline. You notice these torches like emerge at the shoreline and start to make their way towards your uncovered ship. So you guys sort of like dip up against the brush and the cliff edge here. Darkness has set in, so you don't feel like you guys haven't lit any torches or anything. So you feel pretty secure, even though you kind of rolled shit rolls. As a giant elephant, you feel like you look like another boulder on this rock.
Perfect.
So they do not seem to notice you. You see 4 torches at the shoreline. I don't have them on here. We'll theater of mind it.
Wait, are we stopping?
No. You guys were just... They noticed this, and your party decided to try to, like, hide up for a second. So you noticed them kind of hide up, but ID10 to you weren't threatened, so you just kind of sat there looking. But because of the darkness of night, you don't feel like you are observed.
Okay.
No. But you do notice these torches go over, and it looks like they are examining your ship.
I heard they are your ship. They are at our ship?
Examining your ship.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
Oh, good.
Can we tell what nature the creatures are, or what What are holding the torches? Sea people,
Um,
humans.
Brains with 4 legs.
No.
all the
You see the
Why would it
silhouettes.
be those?
They're humanoid in shape, right? You can see the silhouettes of something with arms and moving on legs. Do they have tails? Maybe it's kind of hard to tell with the light bouncing. They look
Bipedal, though.
bipedal and smaller. They're not tall creatures. Like compare their height compared to the ship, they look smaller just from this distance at the very least. You guys formulate a plan real quick. I got to hit the water closet, but we're still on stream, so chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right.
All right.
But I wanted a few minutes of awkward silence.
Let's murder them.
You can still do that if you want.
And we'll take the total lack of GM to just assume that all of our attacks succeed.
Yeah, if my attack hits, you don't say anything. Success.
I auto crit everybody.
No, I just I'm
we're
gonna say
25
loudly to.
sorry, go ahead.
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, I was just gonna say I'm gonna say not necessarily loudly, but very much not sneakily.
Yeah.
Yes. Why are we stopping?
Well, there's a cliff.
There's a cliff. And they're 25 minutes away. It took us
yeah, they're
25 minutes to get here.
Right,
You
that-
have to
that's-
scream.
If you, well,
Should I scream?
No!
they're only 15 feet away, but it takes 25 minutes to go around to get up there.
It could take a matter of seconds to get back down.
Yeah, exactly. How deep's that water?
Do not tempt me.
We can throw rocks at him.
Oh, hey, no, there we go.
We don't know if they're friend or foe yet.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going
I
to.
was
Are we
joking.
at the cliff?
No.
I thought you described that. Yeah.
I am back.
Brian,
Yes, sir.
are we at the cliff?
We can say you made your way over to it as you saw them approaching.
Happening.
What's happening?
Well, we're just trying to figure
You'll
out how
see.
far away we are.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream.
No.
I'm gonna 1 hour 24 minutes. All right. I went and grabbed myself some Pusser's rum and some ginger beer. I'm gonna pour myself a little right here.
Find a wine opener here in a second.
I didn't get to have
yeah.
a tiki party this year, so
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Aww.
that's fine. It's fine.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's fine.
So from what we assume,
Mm-hmm.
our position is we're on the cliff above them, and it
Yes.
takes 25 minutes to get down the ridge and around to them.
For us.
But if we were to go off the cliff,
Yeah.
we'd get there a lot quicker.
What is it? What 40
Is
feet
that
per
true or not?
40 feet per second? What is it?
what? Not 9.8 meters per second squared.
Well, in your realm.
Well,
Yeah, you could Mac and me down the cliff.
What a weird reference.
That's a
so
second
I'm gonna
Paul
go
ride.
ahead and ask who wants to go first, and I'll
do
do a
have
little
rope.
like mechanical wink, wink.
How
Oh, I
far?
hate when you do that.
How far is it?
Boy.
Do not worry about the height, sir.
Well, I have a rope. I don't want it if my 50.
Pay no
50 foot-
heed to the rope, sir.
If my 50-foot of rope with 3 to 4 feet tie off will reach.
Okay,
then-
I'm going to go ahead
Push
and
me.
cast a spell.
No, wait, no, what? Oh no.
So, Zothok, are you sitting there trying to knot the rope? You're like doing your calculations. You're this caveman, but you're like, Zothok done some rock climbing before.
Absolutely.
Zothok like orange routes. ID
Yeah.
Tenti, you're casting a spell?
Tinsies.
Yes, I am going to go ahead and cast a spell.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's just a second. This thing is blocking me.
Mhm.
Okay, there it goes.
I don't have a bottle opener.
I'm gonna
using a
push
screwdriver.
him.
Uh-huh. Push who? Whom are you
It's
pushing?
happening.
I'm going to push Zothok
Uh-huh.
off the cliff and immediately cast a spell. And that spell... Yes.
Is Zothok going to resist being shoved?
I imagine it's an attack of surprise.
It's going to
I
be...
would like that.
He can make a reflex save and then an opposed strength check.
Or it could not.
No, we'll see.
Okay, because I'm tying a knot, so I'm not sure I'm paying attention. All right, I rolled a...
Well, so
What is it?
it was the thing. If you're not paying attention, then if you are saying to me like I probably would have been paying attention, then don't resist it. But if this happens and you're bracing yourself, then you would roll it.
No, yeah, I would not be paying attention.
All right.
I was trying to do a rope thing.
So you're tying this real cool knot you learned at caveman camp.
Oh,
And
write
you-
that down.
you-
That's a
little
good movie.
rhyme.
You turn around to show ID10T as he shoves you. And then what spell emits?
Ooh.
This is... I'm gonna die.
Would I be able to both shove both of them? I don't think I think
What the
Colin's a little
Man.
Bado's a little large for me to be shoving.
Yeah, let's leave it to Zothok. Let's
Oh, wait,
Okay.
you
leave it to
can shove me
Zothok.
around, but not-
Can I
Instead of-
perceive? I want to see if I catch this happening because I'll try to stop.
Yeah.
Make me a reflex save, Bado.
I rolled a 9.
You see it happening. ID10T,
boy.
you shove.
I'm barreling into him. I'm not just
So you're going with him.
yes.
Okay. So
And then once we're over the edge, I'll cast a spell.
what spell are you casting?
It is Featherfall.
Does that work for multiple people?
So it
Now-
says
now you ask.
well here's the tricky
the
thing
thing.
about it. It
Fucking
says
dick.
choose up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Oh, okay.
Falling and then so that's the thing. Do they have to be falling? It says casting
this is
time.
fine. No, it's fine. This works.
Okay, so casting time 1 reaction, which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls. So choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet. And the spell ends for that creature. So I have barreled into Zothok's back, knocked him and myself over the edge, cast the spell, and then we start to...
I have a question.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that's slow, but
What's up?
Does he have to roll to see if he properly casts?
No.
it does not
spell.
appear to be
No.
the case.
So
Okay.
the way I see it, he rolls and kind of catches Zothok. Zothok kind of leans back like it's a wheelchair. Like I do see it macking me. And as it's rolling down, you're kind of like leaning back, your heels dragging against his cliff face as you're rolling off, and then ID10T's arms like unfurl around you and he starts moving mechanically. I don't know if it's a spell or maybe he's got like little repulsor jets that like fire in the opposite direction to slow
See, 'cause
literally
my
slow the roll.
concern would be like he pushes and then starts to say a spell, and then I hit before the spell's over. You know what I mean?
No, it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
So
Super
Bado,
fast.
you see this happen. You see them barrel over the side and then immediately slow down like escalator. Like a
Did you catch
controlled
that, or did he
descent.
break up?
Bado? Am I being picked up?
Yeah.
You were cutting out for me.
Okay, what was the last thing you heard?
You
Bado.
said Bado?
Okay.
I don't think we missed much.
Okay, as long as you didn't, that's fine.
So you see your party barrel over the side of this cliff and then slow like an escalator like physics breaks as they stop moving so fast and descend slower down the hill face. Maybe not that slow, but in comparison.
I whisper shout after them, "What about me?"
My rope's still tied to that tree.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I was tying it to a tree.
All right.
I didn't know that.
So about halfway down, Zoltak goes
like-
boing as the tension from the rope stops him from continuing down. ID10E starts to roll by himself.
All right.
ID10T, if you want to make a reflex save, you can try to grab Zothok's leg to stop yourself from rolling down.
The question is, do I really want to?
Do you want to?
Yeah, that's.
Bado, you see the rope Zothok that had just tightened get real taut.
I weigh a lot.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, I
look over
think
the
I'll
edge.
just.
I try to figure out what happened.
For the sake of that, I will. We're going pretty slow, so we can kind of have a little bit of a quick word with each other, right? As we're falling.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have a word with you already.
Liar. Zothok all of a sudden has a trunk.
I just
So,
purse my lips.
yeah, I'll
that's
just.
all.
I'll say. See you at the bottom. and just keep floating slowly downward.
All right.
All right.
But if the thing is that this lasts for a full minute, so if
You're all good. You're good. It's not that far of a. It's
Why
a,
would-
yeah. What's up?
well, no, I was just gonna say if they were to attempt to like climb down, they would feel that effect. I imagine.
Okay, so yeah, I can try to untie myself.
Oh
It's up-
yeah. Zothok, you do feel lighter afoot, and that. Oh, I'm trying to think of the movie. Do you remember that movie with Richard Grieco where he has the shoes that walk on the windows?
You just cut out.
Yeah,
Richard Grieco. Do you
No,
guys know
I
who
don't
Richard?
even remember Richard Grieco.
Ah,
Hold on, let me.
he was in Night at the Roxbury. He's a teen actor from the 80s, and there's a movie where he's an accidental undercover spy, and he has these stickers that stick on windows.
Sounds terrible.
No, is it If Looks Could Kill though?
I think that's it. Put that on your.
Put that on my watch list.
All right, so I see this real cinematically. Bado, you see this. You see your party barrel over the side. You kind of run up to see their fate, and you see them slowly descending down this cliff face. And then at some point, they stop. I guess it's not a quick snapback because of the feather fall. Zothok comes to a stop, and ID10T continues to roll down. ID10T, you're rolling down this cliff face, and as you approach, you see...
It's funny because the basket game OST from Indiana Jones is playing right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Perfect.
Yeah. Let's see, where did they go? Okay.
Slowly falling to my death.
Yeah, so you are rolling down this sheer cliff face. You see the chunk of arc that you guys have unearthed is illuminated by torches held by 4 humanoid bipedal creatures. They look fish-like. You see the glints of their torches kind of shimmer off scales and drippy seawater. They hold 3 forked prongs in one hand. Their armor seems to be made of shells. you're reminded of the conch shell you put in your storage unit. And they're observing, like they seem to be inspecting whatever this thing is on the shore. And you
Okay.
kind of see all this and roll behind the ship and out of their view.
Very slowly.
Nice.
So you're like tucked behind some rocks behind the ship, and you see the lights kind of bouncing off the cliff face, but you seem hidden from them. You're like on the other side of the ship behind some rocks.
All right.
Bado,
Like a glove.
you kind of see all this as you look down this cliff face.
Does the rope reach the bottom?
No, it's about halfway down.
Oh, that's not useful. Let me take a fire rope. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Do you have any items that you've found along our travels?
I also have 50 feet of rope.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So I'll start to climb down to meet Zothok and with my 50 feet of rope and well, all my things, and see if I can extend it.
So Zothok sitting there hanging on this rope, watching his friend descend and like nicely kind of swoop onto the sand base in a nice tactical view.
Like it was actually a good idea.
And then you feel your rope start to shake, and you look up, and you see the rear end of Bado the elephant start to.
Oh no.
His trunk's got one part of the rope, and he starts.
Tactile strength of that rope, by the way.
Yeah, that's a,
But
It's fine. We're fine. Don't need to go there. You don't need to bring up my weight.
Loxodons have very powerful legs, thick thighs, and is able to like keep the weight off of the rope and keep everything kind of leaning forward. It's almost graceful watching this elephant person glide down this rope.
Almost.
Almost.
Mostly terrible.
Yeah, you're. It's one wrong step from a elephant falling on you. But Bado makes their way halfway down the rope where you are.
mm-hmm.
What's up, Bado?
Continuing downward.
Well, you've gotten to a point where you're just above your half-orc friend. Zothok, what are you doing as you see this? I guess I should ask first.
I was trying to undo it since what's his name?
Oh, okay.
AT&T left me. So I'm trying to undo myself from it. Let me just roll a 14. I'm not sure what that would be against.
You get it. You're
Okay.
pretty good with your rope. So you untie it and let go, and you're able to like lean back and sort of shimmy down the cliff face with your leftover feather fall, giving you some lightness, some airiness.
Mm-hmm.
Bado, you feel the weight at the bottom of the rope let go as Zothok has freed himself, and he seems to be walking down this cliff face in a really unusual way. But you get to the bottom, and you can work your rope, tie it to this other rope, and eventually all three of you are down at the beachhead, hidden.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can we hear our potential new friends?
Yes, you hear croaks and chitters and all sorts of unusual sounds.
That is
Question.
not helpful.
What is
See
up?
if I can understand what they're saying.
Do you have comprehend language, or
No.
you just want to know what languages do you
What-
speak?
I speak Common and another language which I will message you right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Bado or Zothok, what languages do you guys speak?
Trying to find that on my sheet.
I don't think either of you have it. But...
I think they totally speak Loxodon. I mean, it's the lingua franca of our.
Common and orc is what I speak. So
I also, let's see. Yeah, I don't think any of you know this language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. They sound the intonation of their voice is one of concern and anxiety. You don't know what they're saying, but you get that vibe just from the pitch intonation.
Do they look like jerks?
They look like total bros.
What do you mean by jerks?
Sharp teeth,
Yeah.
beady or bulbous eyes.
Wow, so we're judging, huh?
Jeez, yeah. Wow.
Jagged, rusty swords.
The
I'm sure this is all based on
Things that will
scientific
generally hurt.
so they did seem to have sharp teeth and beady eyes, but that's just a coincidence. Their weapons, though, didn't look rusty. They actually looked almost elegant. But that was kind of what you took in as you were coming down. You did see they did have tails.
I see no reason why I would switch my attitude from not being afraid at all to or oblivious, I guess you could say, to I need to sneak behind this thing. So I'm gonna continue as they get down. Once my party gets down, I'm not gonna go alone. Yeah. I will roll up
that's
to
very
them.
astute of you.
So
Yeah,
you want to roll
once.
over to these creatures?
Roll around the ship and slowly, so as not to
Announce your
intimidate.
Would Bado or Zothok, as you see your Warforged wheeled friend, as you get to the ground, he starts to make an attempt to go around. Are you guys?
Oh God!
Would you try to stop him, or do you just want to keep letting it go? This is all you guys. This is not me.
Yeah, I know I can't stop him, so I'm gonna try to roll stealth.
I'm gonna test the rope and make sure it still works. Yeah,
I rolled a 19 on stealth.
Okay.
I will also roll stealth with disadvantage, which is gonna go great. Yeah, I've already had a 7, so that's probably not so good.
So what, a 5?
Nope, I rolled worse. 3.
Oh, 3. Another 3. All right, and so you guys, as you see this, you're like, oh, nothing we can do. Bado, you pull the rope, and it feels pretty solid. And Zothok, where did Zothok go? Like you see his eyes open on the rocks. You didn't see him before, and then
he bleeds back into the darkness.
Yeah. He's kind of excited. Like it's been a while since a night hunt. He like smeared sand across his face, and there's kelp in his hair. His pulse is racing a little bit.
I'm old Greg.
Identi rolls around the front of the ship. Slowly.
Go ahead and say, Finglui Noglnaf Cthulhu, Relie Wagul Nuggle Fatagan.
I'm gonna assume that's a language I don't speak and not made up.
Make me a bluff check.
12 plus 1. Deception, right?
Yeah, deception. Sorry.
Yeah, 12 plus 1, 13.
Huh. All right. They look at you like these fish-like creatures with their torches and tridents out are exploring this object that appeared on their shores, and from behind it, this wheeled creature of wood and metal and this straw hat rolls around speaking this language, and they all kind of look at you, and you hear them processing what you're saying, and they look at each other, and they look at you, and they put their spears down, and they start bowing. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
I'm in my element.
Oh.
Then I will come and say, speak common.
They're not looking at you. Like you're speaking in them, and they're like not keeping eyesight. But
you can come out now.
Oh.
I'll open my hatch and give them the hermit crab and the starfish that I had in there. They're probably dead by now, but because I didn't feed them at all.
So you throw them on the sand in front of them, or do you hand it to them?
Hand it to them.
So one of them's he's bowing, and as he comes up, he sees you roll up with your hatch open, and your long metal arm reaches into your chest cavity and pulls this bounty of the sea out, and then hands it to it. And you see its fish eyes open up even more
Yeah.
as it takes them into its hand, and it seems speechless. And it says something to the other ones, and they all seem real excited. Yatta!
My eye stalk is going to slowly turn around and look back at Zothok and Bado, and you can just tell I'm like so happy. I'm like the king of deception, and I know it. It's the first time that I've ever lied to somebody, and they haven't completely seen through it.
We're never gonna live this down.
You still don't know where I am.
Yeah.
I say that to the air. Not gonna let us forget about this.
Be that way.
Zothok, since you're so well hidden, are you doing anything in particular, or are you just observing?
Just observing.
I'll venture forward. I'll tentatively poke my nose around, and then the rest of me, and yeah. How do they respond?
So the one that was given the conch shell and the starfish hands it to the other ones and turns around and sees you and kind of points and starts excitedly speaking in its language, and you see it grip its trident a little bit, and then it points to ID10T and starts saying something in its language, and still looking at ID10T keeps pointing to it, looking for some sort of confirmation, or...
I'll roll towards Bado and put my hand on his shoulder and like kind of motion like, Bado, friend, Bado, ally.
Thumbs up.
They look at each other and kind of chitter, and they look at you and say, Bado, and they rub their stomachs.
No.
Bado?
Bado tasty?
That's not good.
Bado. You see their jowls start to salivate.
Well, that's
Bado?
not good.
I think they want to eat you.
That's what I'm gathering as well.
I don't know how to dissuade them.
In the darkness, you hear my daggers. Shing shing.
Oh. Zothok. I'll just call out. Release the cat.
All right, I open up my bag.
Oh, that's questionable.
I did it though. I did it. I said I did it, so I did it.
You open the bag and you hear purring and snoring.
I dump it
It's
out.
kind of cute. It's kind of cute. So you dump it out, and this brain with legs and a couple other objects that were in the bag fall out. Shit, I don't have that note in front of me. But it hits the ground and kind of like shimmies awake. And it kind of looks around. Or I guess that's what you would call a brain with legs. It doesn't see Zothok.
Excellent.
And then
boy.
ID10T, yeah, you feel a wave.
Little fella.
This little brain on legs runs around. And as it runs around the corner, you see the creatures all turn their head towards it. And they grab their spears. And they start, like in an attack position. They start pointing at it like they're going to hunt it.
Okay.
ID10T, you're going to do anything to prevent that? Or...
I'm going to put my hand out and like a halt, and do it to both of the creature, both them and the brain dog thing.
So
And-
they kind
and
of
try to command it to stop too.
they hold their hand and they see you and they see it kind of stop in its path, and you hear its psychic beam say, "Yes, host, I am here. What can I do for you?"
So there's the meta in me,
Go with
and
your
it's
character.
not. It's not
Yeah,
meta.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Okay. So
What? Well, here
I
is it
don't
with
know if
go
I'll
go
know this or not,
do
is
this.
the question.
What's gonna make the story better?
Okay. I can think of several things.
Yeah. Well, you've got.
One of them involves a lot of
I'm gonna give you
murder.
15 seconds. One Mississippi.
Come slowly. They are frightened, little one.
So it slowly starts to walk towards you, keeping its frontal lobe, the coin embedded in the center of it, towards them.
Yeah.
And you see their eyes kind of like open up as they see this thing. They're very interested in it, like a cat watching a bird. As it kind of makes its way to you, and they're like, you see they're fighting some sort of urge. They want to throw the spear, but they regard you as something mystical, and so they're kind of torn between primal instinct to eat whatever this is versus wooden metal thing from the sky that makes the beep boop.
Beep boop.
Bado, you see the four-legged brain thing that we saw earlier come out from the darkness from where Zothok was hiding. You observe this whole scene. Anything you would like to do in this moment? Pour me another drink? Okay. That was a good sound.
That was a good sound.
There we go. One more.
All right, quality.
It's okay, champ.
Nice. I'm honestly
I
like
would rather not be food, so I'm going to continue to not draw attention to myself.
Zothok, anything else after releasing the brain, or you just want to watch this play out?
Just watching this play out.
All right. ID10T, balls in your court. Brains in your court.
I will step in between Bado and the dog and them, and I will attempt to mimic the ship exploding and then us landing on the beach, because I don't really know if that's what happened, but
Universal language of mimicry.
yes, I will attempt to like go make plain noises and
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing. Make
Yeah.
me a charisma check.
oh boy,
Punta 80, Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
oh boy. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, okay, lucky. What is charisma?
What is
Plus one.
charisma? Socrates
I
defines
got
it.
a 19, and it's +1 charisma, so 20.
So you start telling this tale, and they lower their weapons as they watch the metal shiny one recant whatever it is. It's shiny and it's making noises, and they're entranced. You're not sure if they understand,
Okay.
but they seem.
I'm still smug.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
I think that I'm getting through to them. I think that we're connecting on a deeper level.
Maybe there's more to this. Yeah, you feel like whether or not they're friends, you're unsure, but they don't seem to be hostile.
Okay.
They're entranced by you at the very least. Yeah, so you seem to have captivated them. They keep trying to talk to you, but nothing seems to be going through.
Wish I had something for this.
Yeah. Well. Bado?
I don't have any way to talk to them.
They are talking amongst themselves the way you guys are. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to figure it out as well.
when you were plugged into the ship earlier, were you able to access or do anything with the ship that's here?
Uh,
I don't remember.
Brian?
Well, I'm sorry. Say that question again. I was in conversation with them.
Was I able to do anything when I was plugged into the ship? Like, did I find anything out? Was I able to locate the other pieces or find our
Or
location or
actuate
anything?
anything, make anything on the ship part move?
Um, you were getting faint
up.
readings that other parts of the ship were definitely in this area, right? Like there's a radiation or a ping or a sensor that lets you know that the salvageable parts of your ship are in this island chain. Were you asking for something very specifically, Bado? Did you have a plan?
Just like was wondering if you could make some bigger show of it's not just us, like we are part of something bigger, like we can make this entire thing glow or move.
Oh, I see. You could maybe plug into it and it'll like pulse on and then drain again because its power source isn't there. Remember I said it was like a drained car battery? So it'll sap some of ID10T's energy to kind of run, but it's not enough to start.
Yeah.
So you could maybe make it like there's those veins of Arcana that run through the ship's walls that you could maybe pulse it. But you see one of these creatures, they seem to agree to something, and one of them walks over to the shore's edge, and you see it put its hands to its head, and its fishy little gill ears start to twitch and move and dance. ID10T and Bado, since you guys are sort of closer to where all these torches are, you notice some fins in the water start to circle.
Oh, shit.
And then after a
It's
second,
fine, it's fine.
two of them start to head towards the shore in tandem. And then as they get to where the water gets thin, you notice the creature they were escorting come out. And it looks similar to these, but bulkier, and it has 4 arms. Its trident looks a little nicer, a little more flourished. The armor's nicer purple coral as opposed to the shell. And it emerges from the tides. It has its eye on Bado and ID10T and this weird thing that is on the shore. And it's kind of taking this all in. And it goes over and starts to make conversation with the creatures that you've just been engaging with. And then after a minute or two of discussion, it looks towards you, and it looks like it goes to start casting a spell.
Can we identify the spell?
Anybody with Knowledge Arcana can?
Ah, yes.
Now we're in the game.
Scanning.
Bado, you could make me a
19.
Knowledge Religion check.
Religion.
I got a 19 as well.
All right, 2 19s and a microphone.
I got a 10.
The ornateness of this creature gives you the impression it is some sort of
Priest.
priest or cleric or some sort of holy or higher arcane. So not a common. The two of you who rolled 19s see it starts casting the spell Tongues. And as it starts casting the spell, the words it speaks starts to make sense. And you hear, looked like this one's mother.
Nah, Nikodai.
It casts tongues, and everybody in this area is able to understand the Sahagwin priestess as it says, "What brought these things to our shore?"
Hooray! Someone knows useful magic.
Did you just say that? Hey.
I mean, What? We suddenly understand them.
Greetings. We are travelers from the sky. We come in peace.
Um,
But also by accident.
I wanna emphasize that I am like speaking very broken.
comment?
Broken?
Yeah, like I'm no, like I'm trying to still try to make them understand what I'm saying,
Oh, okay.
even though we can speak normally.
Yeah. Uh, what did you say in that broken? I'm sorry. We came from the sky.
We are travelers from the sky. We
Um,
come in peace.
it cuts you off. It's like nothing peaceful comes from the sky. Our kind are from the depths, and you are not from them. What is this thing on our shore? What brings you here?
An accident.
Shoot.
An
Yes, an
accident?
accident. Yes.
Your intent is not to stay here?
No.
It like looks
We
at
are
you.
passing through.
Would like to pass them.
Why did you gift bounty to my soldiers? Was this a trick?
A show of good faith. Until, well, show of good faith, as we could not communicate otherwise.
And it's looking at you, Bado, as you're saying that, and it's like, I've encountered your kind before.
Really?
Oh.
On
Don't
the
say
east,
tasty. Don't say tasty.
on the eastern shores. No, no. I'd love a taste. But no, I've seen your people before, and they are a good people. And it kind of like waves its hands to make everybody on its side like know that they think that you are okay. They sort of put their weapons
Yay.
down.
Experience
Zothok,
gained.
you guys have bypassed this encounter. Zothok, what are you doing as you hear this?
I'm still just hiding.
Uh,
Trust no one.
yeah, I'm not gonna be smart. I'm
Oh
against
no. What does that mean?
What? Yeah, what does that mean? I'm scared.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, I can't meta it, so I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
All right. I would go on to explain, like, we think the rest of our damaged craft is in the nearby islands, so we were planning on gathering what we could and salvaging what we can and figuring out a way back home. Away from your world. Away from here.
Okay, wait a minute. What is Yeah.
What's
Yo,
up?
keep going. I gotta look something up.
Oh, good.
I'm very suspicious.
No, it's
As a
nothing
player.
nothing bad this time.
Sure.
While he's saying that,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And I have a good idea of what these objects we need look like. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Like the fuel thing and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show them that, and say, our ship broke apart. We need these items to leave.
The priest takes a look and is like, "Oh, I believe we saw a piece of this on one of the other islands. I guess you would call it an island. Yes, these look familiar. This is part of your ship, you say? If it gets you on your way, me and my people will help you find your craft so you can leave this place."
That is extremely nice of you.
It looks at you, Bado, and it was like, "It's only because your people did a kindness to me once," Loxodon. He seems grateful. And he turns to his people and he's like, find their missing pieces. Let's get them out of here. And they kind of turn back to the water and sort of part between the islands. He turns to you. We'll see what we can scavenge for you and your kind. As long as you promise not to bring us harm and leave when everything is done, then all is
It's
well.
most assuredly the plan, and we are great.
Yes.
So he we must continue our hunt for food as well. It is our eating time. We must return to our waters, but we will come back with news of your missing pieces when and as we find them.
You have our thanks.
And it looks down at your pet and it says, "You're sure we can't eat that?"
Does it know? Can it understand them? 'Cause it's talking to a site. It's like in our minds, right?
The creature you're talking to, the Sahagwan?
Yeah.
No, so tongues
No.
means
No.
Oh, the brain thing, yeah.
The little dog thing. Because yeah, it talks to us. I mean,
It talks to you psychically, and so it's like
Alright.
looking at this thing like, are we gonna do the thing with this host? It's like waiting for a command. It's watching this thing because it
so
realizes
it doesn't hear him say, "Can we eat? You sure we can't eat it?" Okay.
it's
That's what I was wanting to know.
It just seems to process your thoughts.
Not.
But it, yeah.
Yes. Not currently. No.
It's like, well, think about it. We're doing you a big favor, and that thing looks
I'm kind of inclined to let them have it.
real tasty. But we will return, and it turns back to the water and walks in back to where the shark fins were waiting, and they spin around and guide this thing back as it dives beneath the shores. And your party is alone again on the shoreline with your ship at nighttime.
I'm gonna call to Zothok immediately.
Just my name, or
Zothok, you can come out now.
and I whisper right in your ear, liar.
It is safe.
Right, my blade shine from the darkness, and I step forward.
He says it is safe, and you step forward. As you hear the clittering,
Yeah.
the chittering of wildlife. You not the same creatures you heard before, but you knew these guys were out on a hunt, and you hear the sounds of nighttime sea creatures on the shoreline up a ways a little bit. The moonlight bouncing off of the sand, and you see crabs and such sort of skittering across the sand as their nightly hunt begins.
I throw my javelin at a crab.
Seems a bit excessive.
Roll me an attack.
It explodes.
Ooh boy.
What?
It's plus strength on that, right? So it is a 6.
Roll me another d20.
I'm
would
gonna
you?
take your spear and throwing daggers away.
It's 15 that time.
All right, so you missed the little crab you were aiming for, but hit the giant crabs that are emerging behind it.
Alright.
Jesus Christ, crab battle. Let's roll a little initiative as
Yes. I want to fight. Initiative rolling. Ooh boy.
as
5.
you notice the giant crabs
Oh, shit.
emerging from the
Sorry,
surf.
6. Yeah, 6.
Giant
Six,
crabs.
six.
There are more of them.
Yeah.
But like real big?
They are medium beasts. So medium means a
Jesus.
5x5
We're gonna
square.
need a lot of butter.
So they're like
I
this.
love crab.
They're the size of the brain dog you guys have.
Oh,
Maybe
wait,
a
how
little
big is the
bigger.
brain dog?
Well, okay, no, I'm sorry. Brain dog's
Yeah, I thought the brain dog was like
yeah,
pug size.
it's
It's
small.
like a small, yeah.
Yeah, it's medium, so it's what would be a good equivalent of that? What's in real life? Like
a
a
baby cow, a calf.
yeah. Yeah, suppose
Size
so.
size of a treasure chest.
Where did my dice go? Son of a. Oh, there we go. All
I
right.
rolled a 23 on initiative.
I rolled a 13 for initiative.
Zothak.
It was a 6.
On
Not
initiative?
great. On initiative, yeah.
All right. So ID10T giant crabs, Bado, and then Zothak. You see the small crabs kind of flurry out from the surf, and these larger crabs strafing sideways out of the water. Bado's, Zothak's
So like
javelin.
a crab walk?
Yeah. Yeah, like a crab walk.
Is this crab rave?
Zothak's spear flies into the carapace of one of them. They snip their big old crab claws and start crab walking towards you. ID10T, it is your go.
Second, putting on crab rave. These things are obviously hostile and large.
Maybe they just want to be friends.
Well, maybe they wouldn't have been hostile if I didn't accidentally hit one of them with the
How close are
freaking
these to
javelin.
us?
It's
true.
20, 30
Stabbing
feet
one
up
did
the
not
shore.
help.
Like, they started coming up the shoreline. Like, they were moving around the Sahagwin and started coming up the shoreline 20, 30 feet up to the left. Oops, sorry.
My left or your left?
The
go
screen
ahead and
left.
just-
Screen left.
Cast Witch Bolt. Which is
bolt?
that?
What
let
is
me
that?
get it.
Which bolt?
It's that one I cast at the very beginning of
How
our
dare you.
adventure. Crab battle.
Crab battle.
Crab battle!
Its claws could rip apart a tank. Jesus Christ.
Is that real?
No, it's a meme.
Oh.
It's what is it? It's Metal Gear Solid, and Snake is like Jesus Christ. Oli oli o.
Ole 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 ole.
Oh, I'm
I'll
Googling this.
we'll send it.
So my hatch opens up.
Uh-huh.
My stalk glows red again, and the small Tesla-inspired rod with the bulb, the metal ball at the end,
Uh-huh.
comes out, and then lightning crackles, blue energy crackles around it, and then shoots out. You said they were 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And the writhing arc of blue energy lashes out and hits the target. Imagine it's make a ranged spell attack. Okay. So what is that going to be?
It's a D20 plus. It's usually like a 12 or 13. Hey everybody, welcome to the internet broadcast system. We're in a giant crab battle. The modifier your spell casting is based on plus your proficiency modifier. So it's 10 plus 2 plus. Is it wisdom for you?
Is that just my spell attack modifier?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so it's plus 5 then. 2 plus 3. So let me go ahead and roll.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Okay, that's 13 plus 5, so 18.
Your blue electrical bolt hits the giant crab emerging from the.
And that's going to do
waves.
1d12.
Damn.
1.
Oh, that's a full 12.
12 points?
Yeah. Rolled the 1d12 and it hit 12.
That makes sense.
You see this bolt of energy emit from your eye stalk, and it crackles and pops through the salty air, hits the giant crab, and you see the electricity kind of conduct all over the shell and wrap up and around its claws as it sizzles, and its eye stalks pop, and it smells really delicious as that crab drops with the steaming aroma emitting from it.
Your
Uh,
stills are so delicious.
Would you like to make a move, or are you good? They're about 30 feet up shore.
I'd like to hit on a crab for my move, please.
Yeah. I'm just gonna chill.
All right.
Chill.
So this bolt of energy emits from you, fries one of the crabs. They snip, 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 pivot their bodies, and crab shimmy towards you.
All right.
We got 2 of them who make their way up to ID10T, and one of them heads past on its way to Zothok. It
Okay.
does not
Should've
make
stayed
it.
hidden.
Don't worry, it is safe.
Actually, it does not go to Zothok. It starts pinching at your brain dog.
Oh no.
So
Poor little pups.
we got a critical failure as one snaps at ID10T and misses. The second one snaps with a 17. Does a 17 hit you, ID10T?
Yes, it does.
Oof.
So you are grappled. It grabs you, and its wheel like pinches around your wheel.
All right.
So you can't turn the spoke, and it does 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
So it grabs you with one and then pinches you with the other. The second crab missed on you, and then the third crab is attacking your brain dog, but it misses by a pretty wide berth. Bado, you are up. There are 2 giant crabs on the Warforged, 1 giant crab on the brain dog, and you and Zothok are about 10 feet out of the combat.
I'll be right back.
I was
Yeah.
reading up my potential attacks. Did anybody take damage?
ID10D just did.
All right, I will. Let's see here. Making sure I've got my action economy all figured out. Really? Bonus action? Okay. Cool. I will do Sacred Flame on one of the crabs attacking.
Did you just say
Identity.
Sacred Flame on?
Yeah. Reflex, there needs to make a Dex 13 save.
I rolled a
Taking
9.
Damage. That's pretty awesome. Roll some damage.
Yeah.
6 points of damage.
Nice. What? It was Sacred Flame.
Yep.
So you
So
smell
radiant.
grilled crab
Jim.
from this one. 6 damage. All right. Would
As
you
a
like?
bonus action?
Oh.
I cast Spiritual Weapon, which creates a what does it say? What are the words? Doo-doo-doo. Yes, it's a floating spectral crab mallet. I will attack the same crab.
I love it.
Holy shit, that's great.
Let's see. Yeah, I get to make a melee attack.
All right. The crab's only natural enemy, the crab mallet.
I thought this used my spellcasting ability, but it just says you make a melee spell. Melee spell attack.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
So you have to be. It's a spell attack. You just have to be within melee range.
In this case, the weapon itself is within
Oh, okay.
melee range.
Okay.
But it's like I roll strength, is what you're saying?
No. It's whatever the whatever ability you use to attack.
Oh,
So
okay,
if your spellcasting is intelligence or wisdom, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They
Aw.
streamlined all that with 5th edition. It's great. It's like whatever ability you use, that's it.
All right, 12 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. All right, let me go back and look up damage. It's 1d8 plus 3. Do.
These crabs ain't nothing.
11 points of damage.
Yeah,
Tasty crab.
you like the spectral hammer whips back, and then just bink, just hits it perfectly.
Weak points.
Yeah, cracks the shell, and it falls over, and its legs curl up as you have dropped the second of 4 giant crabs.
Dope.
Would you like to move? Or are you good
Nah, I'm
hugging
good.
up? All right.
Wait, am I alone over on the beach?
Yeah. You and the
Oh.
brain dog, and then your friends are over on the cliff face. But
I thought
How-
I was next to Bado.
half of the
No.
giant crabs have been
Right over
dispatched. Zothok, you unsheathed your blade last time. What would you like to do?
Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm going to enter my frenzy mode, which is rage frenzy.
Mhm.
I think.
Crab battle.
Is there a crab close enough that I could possibly jump onto it?
Sure.
Okay. Is that is that my move action, you think, or is that like a
Make me an acrobatics check.
acrobatics? Here we go. Come on. I rolled a 19 plus 1, 20.
All right, so you out of the dark. Yeah, you jump from this cliff face. What's your weapon?
I got 2 daggers.
2 daggers. Yeah, so you you like what's his name in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking
You
about.
jump on the back of this crab.
Because they've got like 2 eyes, right? Like 2
Yeah.
little eye sockets.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to jab a dagger into one of them. Let me see here.
This is
Gonna
nasty.
roll for a hit. Ooh, it rolled an 18 plus strength modifier, so I'm sure I hit. But where's my strength? Plus 3, so 21.
All right.
All right, and then dagger is 1d4 plus 3. So it's 4 plus 2 because I'm in rage mode. Frenzy, so what did I say? 7 damage.
7 damage. All right, so you jump on the back of this like giant rodeo crab.
Hell yeah.
You're kind of sitting on it. You've got your dagger, and you slice off its right eye stalk.
Hell yeah.
And it like emits this as it kind of bucks. You see the silhouette of this giant crab. You almost want to grab ID10T's hat and wave it above your head.
What do you mean almost want to? I want to, I just can't. I'm out of bonus actions.
Out of
All right, I
bonus-
think that's it.
And out of butter. ID10T, your friend is riding and battling one of the giant crabs, and the other one remains betwixt you, Bado, and him. What would you like to do?
Am I still grappled?
No, the one that was you were being grappled, and the spectral mallet came out from above your head and smashed the one that was grappling you. So it's the crab leg is still on you, but it's not attached to the crab, so you're able to like shimmy it off. The crab
Is
claw,
that crab
not the
still
crab claw.
alive?
No, it's dead.
Okay.
So Zothok is on top of one that's taken damage, and then there's one more in the battle that has taken no damage.
Okay.
Go on.
The only thing that I guess I should do. I'm gonna cast this one then. My hatch will open,
Mm-hmm.
and I will put my hands in a kind of, making like a box shape almost on both sides of the hatch,
Uh-huh.
and the air around the hatch becomes deathly cold, and frost forms at the edges, and then something white and sharp shoots out of the hole and launches itself towards the crab.
All right.
And that is going to be Searching it now.
Is this the one that Zothok is on, or the one that has not been touched?
No, this is the one with
Okay.
him not on it. Yeah, that would.
Yet.
And that one's going to be. It's a shard of ice that I fling at a creature.
All right, roll me that attack.
All right.
Every time. Beautiful
Ooh.
people.
That's going to be a 9.
9 does not hit.
Okay, so this is where it gets weird. It says on a hit, the target takes damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes.
Okay.
The target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice exploded must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
I'm
All
not
right.
within 5
No, you guys are not. So the bolt shoots. There's a crab attacking towards Bado. Like, one of them was in combat with Zothok, and the one that wasn't in combat with UID10T was shimmering over. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, gotcha.
Tissus. ID10T was fighting 2. Zothok is fighting 1, and the 4th was crab attacking towards Bado. So ID10T's chest panel flies open, and that ice bolt shoots out and misses, but it breaks above. So the only creature it threatens is the 4th crab. And it rolled a 2 for its save. So I think I would probably still take damage.
Yeah. It needs to beat a 13. So that is 2d6. Just a second, looking for another one. Okay, 2 and 2.
4 damage?
4 damage. Yep.
All right. So yeah, their ice spike shoots above and misses, but breaks apart, and a couple of the shards hit into the joints of some of the legs, maybe one of the claws, and the giant crab takes some damage.
Okay.
Unless there's a move, it is going to be the crab's turn.
I am going to give Zothok's crab a wide berth, and so I will stay there. It's between me and Bado and Zothok, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
All right, so that crab continues its move on up to Bado. It's going to snip with its claws at Bado. Zothok, this crab is going to reach behind at you and also snip at you.
Okay.
Zothok, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh boy.
Bado, I got a 21. So those are both hits. All right, so Zothok, we're going first. Oh, I rolled. So Zothok takes 5 damage, and you are now grappled. So this claw, you're on its back, but its claws reached behind you and is wrapped around your body. So on your turn, you can't move, but you can still make some attacks. If you want to move, you'll have to break the grapple. And for Bado, because the way the dice works, you take 6 damage, and you are grappled somehow. It grabs your trunk.
I have a question.
What's up?
No.
What do you mean? What happens to the dog? Brain dog.
Oh, good question. It's awaiting orders. Here,
Alright.
do you want to give it an order? I'll put it on initiative at the end.
I was gonna wait till the next turn since we don't know when it takes its turns.
It will go at the end of the round.
Okay.
You suddenly realize it's been pinging you, awaiting. So Bado, your trunk came out and this giant crab snipped it. So now your voice is really high. Bado, it is your turn. So grappled means you cannot move. You can still attack and cast spells.
Let's give this guy exactly what I gave the other one.
So you're gonna crab mallet.
Crab mallet. Well, actually, the other crab mallet
Love that
moves to attack this one.
All right. So you pull this giant. I imagine it turns into the leg cracker.
Yeah.
Roll that attack.
$17.
That hits.
And
Feel bad for that crab.
6 points of damage.
And you crack its carapace and drop it.
Nice. That was my
Uh,
bonus action. My main action is still up. I want to.
So Zothok is riding the back of the last giant crab. If you've got your main action, you can use it.
Yeah, I'm
Well, it's Bado's turn still, but
Yeah.
the only one remaining is the one
Right,
Zothok
right,
is
no,
on. Yeah.
I just meant I'm in the grasp of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bado, you cracked that one, and you are no longer grappled, and you still have your main action and a move if you would like.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm making sure that Sacred Flame does not do. It
Friendly
says
damage.
on a creature,
Yeah. So you pick
not
your
like
creature.
an area. So I'm gonna say it's safe. Needs to make a Dex 13.
Would you take an 8?
I would love an 8. That sounds great.
It's a 10 in total. So no, I do not pass your dexterity save.
Yeah.
So what?
Second. I broke the roller.
I just
4
Yeah.
points of
Oh,
damage.
online. I was like, what? How?
4 points of damage. Which spell is this?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. All right. So, you channel your energy and are able to call forth your god and cook the creature upon which Zothok sits. And
Out from under him.
out from under you, Zothok, you feel the crab shell get hot, and then
Yeah.
it slumps down beneath you as the battle subsides, and an abundance of crab meat.
Which one had the javelin I threw?
You're able to retrieve your javelin,
Okay.
your javelin from it.
I just want to make sure it wasn't the one that exploded.
No, you're good. So
Should really get some other ones.
if one of you has a summon butter spell, a feast sits out in front of you.
I will indeed eat some of the steamed crab.
What about our friends? Are any of them still around? Can we offer them this bounty?
Or the dog.
Or the dog?
Wait, what?
Dog's not that great, dude.
You see it walk over and start to like dig through the head cavity, and it
Oh no.
like digs around a little bit and then kind of walks away, leaving all the good meat.
I'll take it.
Let's see. All right, so yeah, you guys have successfully survived the giant crab.
Like the whole time he was on top of that thing, I kept thinking of Starship Troopers when he's
Uh-huh.
hanging off the beetle,
Uh,
and it's got that like that camera angle where it's like everything behind him's like moving around at
Mhm.
like, speed.
I love it. Yeah, you guys are able to do this well. You, I imagine, would eventually make your way back to your lean-to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. With some extra meat to have as a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's keeping watch in what order? As you guys wait out the night.
I wasn't even thinking about it. Now I'm paranoid.
I will keep watch while they eat.
Okay.
So I'll take first watch, and while they're doing that, can I communicate with the dog at all?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call it Cat
Okay.
because that's what I thought it was at
Okay.
the very beginning. Is that fine with everyone? I'll ask everyone.
Sure,
Is it
sure.
fine if we call it cat?
As
Fine.
I'm eating.
All right.
So when it looks around, does this brain do a CAT scan?
No, nope.
No?
How do I
Okay.
exit this chat?
We got that one.
Yeah.
So while these guys are like just loving the crab meat, you are communicating with Cat.
Yes.
That's a very
I,
nice hat, host.
Why, thank you, cat. I made it myself. Would you like one?
Am I allowed to have hat?
What an interesting question.
Yes. Very interesting question, cat.
Cat can
do
have
not
hat?
Can cat be in hat?
Yes, cat can have hat. I'll kind of slowly lift it off my head and put it down on the
Ew,
little
gross.
brain dog.
Yeah, so you put it on the jellied pickled lobe of this creature.
Does
And
that
it-
still smell bad?
It's got like not. It doesn't smell as pungent as it did because it was kind of fresh out of that vat earlier. It's got like a not a jelly like consistency, but like a prune or a raisin, because it's got whatever fluids were in there, kind of keeping it stable.
Right.
And as you put the hat on it, it like almost freaks out because it's not sure, like. We
Go on.
because like these things aren't individual creatures and you're treating it like an individual and it's not sure what to do with it.
It's like putting a hat on my arm.
Bado and Zothar, this is the best seafood you've ever eaten. Bado, you're eating everything that was killed in accordance to your religion because your god's crab hammer smited it.
Makes it extra tasty.
Zothok, you're used to like game meat from the jungle, so this
Yeah.
is a whole new experience for you.
I'm loving it.
So ID10T waits the first watch. Who would be second and who would be third? Who's going to want the first nap after crab? Okay, so Zothok passes out. Like crab meat on his chest.
Still eating as asleep.
Yeah. His eyes are still open.
Question.
Yeah.
Did we carry all of the crab up to the top?
I imagine you
This is
you had
like-
you had a bag of holding, so maybe you ziplocked some of it.
'Cause it was what, 4 crabs?
4 giant
and
crabs.
they were each the size of a very large dog.
Yeah, you probably didn't bring all the meat up. You got all the good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, Bado's trunk is able to like crack the crab legs for all the meat. Yeah. So ID10T watches first as the friends eat, and nothing exciting happens. ID10T decides to rest. Zothok passed out from the crab meat. Bado realizes it's up to them to watch the second watch, and nothing exciting happens. Zothok, you wake up. You have some real weird dreams about these giant crabs, and your watch passes without an event. The sun rises. There's that green flash. Oh, that's sunset. Never mind. You guys saw a green flash at sunset. The sun comes up, and as the sun comes up, you see the Sahagwin emerge from the depths, the fish-like creatures that you guys saw before, and they start to make their way up the hill to come make conversation with you.
Oh,
So the
meet
night
them
passed perfectly. No problem. And in the morning, the Sahagwin approach your camp. If there's anything you'd like to do beforehand, let me know. Otherwise,
I'd like to. We couldn't have eaten all that meat.
no.
I would have like put some aside, kept it, or tried to prepare it, or offer it to them in the morning.
They see your bounty, and they seem appreciative of it. And they partake in it. They're not sure about your cooking and not sure if you've heard of spices, but they appreciate the gesture. Have you heard of lemons? Oh, they're primitive folk. It's okay.
Old Bay seasoning.
Yeah. Doth thou know Zatarans? So you seem to be in good favor with the Sahagwin with your offering, and they come to make speech with you in the morning. So they approach you. They keep their eyes down, ID10T, as you guys are kind of getting your camp together. The priest casts tongues again so everybody can understand each other.
Thank God.
So I say, thank you very much, friends from the stars who've provided us with this bounty. We have found the pieces of your ship, and we've laid out a map. We've had some of our people help dig it out, but with this map, you were able to find the pieces you were missing. And they hand you this. It's a big piece of really hardy seaweed that's inscribed with these magnificent purple pearlescent inks that are sort of engraved. It's a really nice looking map that gives you the coordinates to the things you were looking for.
Neat.
Yeah, so they look at ID10T and they say, "Forgive us, but we never asked your name. What are we supposed to call you?" ID10T.
I don't know. You may call me ID10T. I don't know.
My name.
So they're not. They try to make those noises because they don't have letters or numerals, but more like clicks and fish pheromones. But they attempt through their gills and wagging to pronounce ID10T.
Comes out as Cthulhu. No, I'm just.
That's good. So yeah, they hand you this map. If they can offer any sort of help, if you keep helping them with food like this, they'll gladly help you.
Hell yeah.
And in fact, if we get your ship buoyant again, we can lead you to the eastern coasts. We can get you out of
Lead you to what?
the coasts in the east, where we can find more people like your Loxodon friend here. And then they point to ID10T, and they say, yes, and more of his kind, too.
Dun dun dun.
Until next week.
ID10T?
Oh no, I'm just
I mean,
here.
oh,
It's like delayed. What?
They're like, the priest is like, you looked familiar. Your kind. They used to exist around Chroma Crag, that rainbow mountain. Yes, we will take you to those coasts. We will help you out.
I had Chroma Crag once.
Yeah. So ID10T and Lox and Bado, the Sahagwin have made reference to other beings of your species. What's up, Zothot?
Nothing.
Oh, I don't have a hat anymore. That's right.
Your cat has the hat.
Cat in a hat.
Were you gonna tip your hat to them?
No.
Not now.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah, they hand you the map and they say, let's get you on your way. And thus begins the slow process of finding and fixing ARC montage.
80s music montage, yes.
Is that guy's name Zathurus?
Satara?
Oh wow! Holy shit! Wow, that's two. No, those are two different jokes merging. One, thus spake Zatara. Yeah, it means driftwood. Yes. The priest Zatara.
What is the name of that? I can't even think of the other name.
Zarathustra.
Zarathustra.
Thus spake Zatara. Sounds fearsome.
Hell yeah.
That's a Man in the Iron Mask reference for y'all. That's the kind of
man.
shit you get on the internet broadcast system.
15 years, 20 years later.
Yeah, so with the news that they will help you find and reassemble your ship and help you make way to these lands in the east, we will start the montage as the episode begins to come to a close.
Outstanding. I look forward to our assembly so that we can avenge things.
Does anybody have any questions, any thoughts, anything to say before we wrap up tonight's adventure?
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be good.
All right, so we will close out as this montage of our party and the Sahagwin start unearthing parts of ARC from around these islands. They start helping you reassemble the ship with nautical parts, seashells and fishing nets, and eventually you are able to...
I know we came from the sky, right?
That everything above the surface of the water is sky to them.
Right.
You said it, and like, there's one word for sky in Sahagwin, and it's all doesn't
Above
matter.
the
Yeah,
It's our stuff, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
They don't want to be part of your world.
Sued.
Craptastic.
So this montage of a couple weeks of work. You guys start to adapt the ways of this island.
I'm loving it.
And we will end as the camera pulls out from a recobbled but not perfect arc that is buoyant.
And I have a good tan.
Oh, it's so good.
One of us has got to be wearing a grass skirt and coconut bra.
Volunteer thyself.
Yeah, so that's where we will end it, as ARC is in a usable state, maybe not its original usable state. And you guys look off to the distance from the shore and sit in anticipation of what happens next. And we will end tonight's AXE and Arcana there. Thank you, everybody, for watching with us. We're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Join us next week where the other half of the story picks up. We are here Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central, except tomorrow. There's no Volcano Gaming Club. I will be out. I'm on vacation this week. This was what I played this week. I will. I will try. But thanks everybody for watching. Thank you guys for playing, and we will see everybody next time.
Stay inside, stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Everybody wear a mask. Bye.
Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors.
Stop and think about the things you do, the things you say, 'cause we gon' bring it to you each and every day. Don't play around, clown, we'll put you down. The warriors are here, we came to chase the haters away. We throw down for our brothers, down for our mothers and their sons and daughters to fight for freedom and peace. We'll have you tied out like a phone line, 'cause we always on the grind. You got beef, why don't we take it to the streets? When you hear the all call, you're gonna fall. Like reservoir dogs, have you run like babies on the crawl? We'll have you tied up with the quickness. Think that you can step to this? Haven't you heard about the click, click, boom?